Welcome home. I made some soup. Nice. Good for you that you made soup. How was your big vacation? It was good. I got to turn off my brain for a good amount of time. Just relax. We did what did we do? We tried out a Hong Kong style place. That was fun. Wife got us the honeymoon, like the honeymoon suite, that kind of thing. So like we had a jacuzzi tub and everything too, so it was awesome. Got to relax in there for a bit. Then day 2, we did indoor mini golf. An escape room. Went to a steakhouse as well. Made the waitress's night there, so I consider that a win. Wait, am I? Yeah, we're good. Made the waitress's night because she had to deal with a really bad table, a really obnoxious table. Then the Saturday, we went shopping for an extended period, and then we went to see Deadpool and Wolverine in a really cool theater where they had the reclining seats and everything. And then we went to Korean barbecue. And we got back last night, and yeah. And today I did a bit of recording for Halo 4. And went from there. What do I think of the new Blood Angels Patrol box? It's better than what they had originally. I still think $200 for all that is insane. Remember, this is CAD, so, that's $200 for Canadians. 17 models, $200? No thanks. That's... It does feel like Blood Angels. It does. Like I said, the problem is the amount for what the price they are asking. Also, my limbs are noodles because our friend bought a Tesla secondhand. And turns out that it has crazy acceleration, and that shit really hurts. So the question in Space Marine, is the timeline where Gilliman is back, or is he still in stasis during this game too? No, if it's Primaris Marines, he is awake. Hi, Amy. Also, just to confirm, we got YouTube and Twitch chat over here, TikTok chat over there. I don't have a full integration because I'm silly and I don't know technology that well. Also, I really pissed off Chudhammer. By showing what they do, they think that makes them popular, or it really pisses them off. And then when people say, you're a freak or you're a weirdo to them, then they start crying. Remember, guys, the idea is to show people how weird and creepy they are. Because the weirdos are already going to like them. That's it. The weirdos are already going to like the weirdos. But everyone else, all the regular people and the sane people, they see that and go, no thanks. You don't speak for the community. You speak for the people who come inside their computers and huff the fumes. That's who they speak for. I personally think I'll skip the Blood Angels Death Company box, but the new Sanguinary Guard, I need them. Okay, I've been seeing a lot of mixed opinions. More weirdos. Always more weirdos. They hate when you call them weirdos. But yeah, I looked at the new Sanguinary Guard, and I'm like, aside from the wings, I'm not seeing much of a problem here. It's kind of weird not seeing them without... It's kind of weird seeing them without the wings, but, like, you just get wings and put them on them. Bruh. Excuse me. Yeah, but Hellstorm Mikey played with the detachment for Death Company. Ugh. Don't run the Death Company detachment. If you're looking to win, don't run the Death Company detachment. With how Turborus is described without his helmet, is that just battle damage or just from aging? It could be both. Oop. Is that bad? What does it do? I heard they stole Kayvon Shrikes. I haven't been able to look at it myself, but I can look it up like right away here. Give me one sec. Wahapedia. Armor 40k 10th edition. Factions. Space Marines. I'm looking it up. Looking it up. Blood Angel's not out yet on this? Death Company Detachment rule. That's Red Thirst. Fuck off. Don't need that. Detachment rule. Noble death in combat. Each time a Death Company model from your army makes a melee attack, reroll a wound roll of 1. If that model's unit's below half its starting strength, and if that unit's model is below half strength, You can re-roll the wound roll instead. Listen, being able to re-roll wound rolls is okay, but you need a bit more than that. That's, Your Blood Angel's army is going to have more than Death Company in it. That's the wrong plasma gun for that. I like my mama would talk to people you want to be talked. No, don't compare actual competent individuals to them. Don't even give them that. Don't give them Angron, Morty, or Perturabo. Perturabo may be an incel, but he's a competent incel. He actually knows how to run a campaign. Chudhammer doesn't even know how to leave their basement. They are pink horrors. Or we can just call them what they are. They're fucking weirdos. That's it. What the fuck? I do not care for Black Myth Sun Wukong. I just don't care for it. Not that I think it's a bad game. If people enjoy it, people enjoy it. I'm burnt out on that kind of style of game. And I know people are arguing like, oh, it's a Soulsborne game, well, like a Souls-like game. No, it's not. It's its own 3D. It's its own third-person action game. And I'm just sitting here like, cool. I'm bored of that kind of style of game anyway. It's kind of one of those games where I'm like, yeah, no shit, it's gonna be popular. Because, like, it's a game about Asian culture made by an Asian developer in China who has the biggest population in the world. And it was backed by the CCP. There's a lot more problems there. But yeah, like, no shit, it was going to be popular. It's like China is the biggest market in the world. Backed by the who? The Chinese Communist Party. You know, the people currently doing genocide on the Uyghur population? That government? Oh, yeah. That fucking group, right? So yeah, I genuinely don't care about Black Myth's Sun Wukong. If anything positive did come out of it, if anything positive did come out of it, cool. People are learning who Sun Wukong is, and how much A Journey to the West has inspired not only just anime, but games and books. Like, cool, you see who inspired Son Goku. Because Son Goku is literally just Sun Wukong. Boom. Mark 3. What's my thoughts on AOS? Again, I don't care for it. It doesn't really do anything for me. My experience with AOS was cool. I bought Slaves to Darkness. I bought the Forces of Chaos. Anyone want to teach me AOS? Sure, I'll teach you, says the undead player. Cool. They proceed to bring Nagash to a 1,000-point game. Nagash. You know what I had? I had 2 teams of warriors, some cavalry, a sorcerer, and a guy who was in a box being pulled by a boar. Oof. And then I'm like, okay, well that went poorly. Anyone else? I'll do it, says the ground marine player. Awesome, thank you. Shows up with a star dragon who drops a meteorite on my ass. By the time I get halfway up the board, my army is dead. So, yeah, no, AOS can blow me. I then sold my AOS army and gave it to someone else. And then I used that spite money to go buy a video game. A Star Dragon. It was able to drop a fucking meteorite on me. What are we building today? We're building Mark III support squads, because I want fucking plasma guns for my army. Godric and Felix books? Godric and Felix book. Oh, these two. I have not read Gortek and Felix. I play Total War Warhammer. I know who they are. So, like Aurelian Soul, I guess? I don't know. I just remember having a meteorite dropped on my ass. But yeah, no, AOS just wasn't for me at the end of the day. Someone else tried to get me into it. It's like, you can use my Cruel Boys, and I do like the look of the Cruel Boys. But, again, it wasn't enough, and I didn't really care that much. Again, if you enjoy it, all power to you. I get why it's entertaining. I get why it's fun. But for me, no. I don't remember. I just remember it was able to drop meteors on my ass. You still in the Battletech? Hell yeah, I'm still in the Battletech. Love me my Bushwhacker, love me my King Crab, love me my fucking Cataphract, and love me my Archer. As he hides behind fucking mountains and just fucking unloads from a distance. It's great. Love my Archer. I actually taught my friend how to play it recently. And he was vibing with it. He was going like, bro, this is awesome. Lost that game that I was like teaching him how to play. He made... I had a Black Star, a Marauder 2C, a Crusader, and a Cataphract. He hit the ammo for my Crusader in his LRM-15, causing him to explode. Feels bad. And then he vivisected my Marauder 2C. So the Marauder 2C died because like it lost its center torso. And then my Black Star got hit in its Gauss rifle ammo, which 18 rounds went off inside me. And Gauss rifles do 15 damage each. So, yeah, the Black Star went bye-bye. What is Battletech? Battletech is a tabletop game where you and your opponent take giant mechs and throw them at each other of varying class sizes. You got light, medium, heavy, and assault, with assault being the heaviest mechs you can throw on the table. Each mech has its own character sheet and essentially like tells you all the weapons, how much damage that weapon does, how far does it go, how far that mech moves, if it can jump, etc., 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 and the health sheet of the mech. So, like, your mech has armor values, and the more damage your mech takes, the more they fill in those armor values. So, like, if I'm a mech with like a 45 front, like a 45 center, and my opponent hits me in the center for 5 damage, I have 40 hull points left before they start hitting the interior of my structure. It's like tank battles, but with walking, talking mechs. It's great. Does it have good lore? It has fun fluff, yeah. It's like 40k. It's a massive galactic-wide universe where any story can be told, and it's kind of just like you do your own thing. You can be either part of, like, the clans, which are noble houses that genetically alter their soldiers to be able to pilot mechs within like a fucking nanosecond. They got like the best tech, but like their mechs are so expensive to run that your squadron will be like maybe 3 or 4 max. And then you got mercs who are hired by corporations, and it's basically like, hey there, little Timmy, farmer boy Timmy, you want to be a Shinji for me? No? Well, I'm gonna pay you $1 million. Oh, now you want to do it? Okay, get in the mech, Shinji. And they're all terrible. Their mechs are terrible. They got decent armor, but their guns are shit compared to clans. Their mechs are shittier compared to clan mechs, but there's a lot of them. You get a lot of them. I love mercenaries. They're fucking great. Oh, what do I think about Leagues of Votann? I think they're cool. I love that they brought back dwarves for 40k. I think they're fun. Genuinely, I think they're fun. I wish they had more models, But this is what happens when you get like a new army and a new model line. They take forever to get new shit. Do you got a favorite? I love Chaos Space Marine, specifically Thousand Suns. Like, you guys want to know my pain? Like, I feel you, Leagues of Votan's players. I got my Thousand Suns army. You want to know how many unique units we have in Thousand Suns? We literally had to recycle the entire Chaos Armory. The only unique units we have within Codex Thousand Suns is Magnus the Red, Ahriman. We have the Exalted Sorcerer. We now have the Infernal Sorcerer. Well, the Infernal Master. Rubric Marines. Terminator Rubrics. Six. And then we had to recycle Demon Prince of Tzeentch, Chaos Sorcerer and Terminator Armor, Chaos Cultists, Zangor's from AOS. We got Zangors from AOS. And the Mutalith Vortex Beast is also from AOS. And just recycle the entire Chaos Demon Engine line and Chaos Predators, Land Raider, and Vindicator. Didn't even get a Venom Crawler. Didn't even get the Venom Crawler. A model specifically built to help Psychers. Favorite of the Cursed Founding? Black Dragons, let's go. Mostly because I don't remember the Cursed Founding off the top of my head outside of the most boring one, which is the Lamenters. Oh no, did I say that out loud? Nah, no hate. If you like the Lamenters, you like the Lamenters. It's depression porn. I don't like it. Do I think Legion of the Damned are Firehawks? No, they have been confirmed that they are not. Legion of the Damned are demons. They are just demons. Demons of the Warp for the Emperor. Literal embodiment of the Angels of Death. Welcome to 40K. Retcons are, they're common. Very common. So it's been confirmed the Emperor has like a realm in the warp. The Dark King does. So this was a plot point that was hinted at for like a long time by like the word bearers and shit. Like it's one of those things. It's like you blink and you miss it, kind of a dealio. And it really didn't start gaining more traction till like the Siege of Terra series. And then it was finally like, oh, this was what they were building up to. The Dark King, kind of a thing. And essentially, like, the Emperor... How do I explain this? So, the warp does not work 1-to-1. It's not just like, oh, I believe the Emperor is a god and the Emperor of mankind is a god. There's a lot more to it. Yes, in 40k there is a god forming in the warp called the Emperor. It is not the same Emperor. It is its own entity. It is its own creature. And through the power of belief, it is manifesting itself. Just like how Khorne, Tzeentch, Nurgle, and Slaanesh have. The Emperor works in mysterious ways. The Dark King is the embodiment of what the whole galaxy thought of the Emperor of mankind. Both traitor and everyone else. All the people that the Imperium of Man fucked over, etc. And from how I understand it, and from how it was written and how I read it, it was built up that the Emperor's Great Crusade to the Imperials, who, by the way, at the time when the Great Crusade was going on, were not worshipping it. They were not fearing it. They weren't making it a belief. They were of the opinion, like, this is the good thing. We're doing a good thing. We're reuniting humanity, all that kind of stuff. And then you talk to any civilization that they conquered. And they go, we were literally minding our own fucking business when you came crashing through the window and destroying our entire home. And then said, taxes here, please. Taxes here, please. The Emperor demands your subjugation. That does something to populations. And with that entire subconscious belief that the Emperor and his entire Imperium is wanton destruction for no fucking reason, yeah, it's gonna end that way. And Chaos is ready for the Dark King. They are ready for the Emperor, like our Big E, to take up his mantle as the Dark King. It is not a conclusion of if, it is when. They are sitting there waiting for him to die. They're just either waiting for him to kick the bucket normally, because the throne is failing, or they're hoping that Abaddon gets there and rips him out of it. What do I think about the greater good manifesting? It's happening. I truly love Imperial Demons. Okay, I don't have the Plasma Support Squad in here. But the squad's finished. I got 8 outside waiting, and then I just got to finish up 10 more. What about him being a perpetual? Would that interfere? So, the problem is that if he was still a perpetual, he would have regenerated already. Like, he would have regenerated a long time ago, and he's not. I don't know when it happened, but I think it was during his battle with Horus that he lost his perpetual status. I don't know how or when. It could be when Horus shoved the red crown on his head, or when Horus was beating the shit out of him, or when him and Horus had like their own Yu-Gi-Oh game inside the warp. Yeah, I'm dead serious. That fucking happened. Like, him and the Emperor essentially fucking threw down in the warp. They had like their own Yu-Gi-Oh duel. It was a whole thing. You had to be there. Wild shit. Blah. Just joined. Who lost their perpetual status? Emperor of Mankind. Paradox, Billiards, Vestroya, and Fourth Dimensional Chaos Strip Poker's canon. Yeah, so what happened in that battle was Emperor and Horus basically had their own tarot decks. And essentially, like, Emperor would draw draw a card, throw it out. Horus would draw a card, throw it out. And it went back and forth like that. And then, the Emperor was like, ha! Meet my fucking Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, bitch! Death! And then Horus was like, haha! But I have something better than death. What? What could be better than death? The Despoiler! And then Emperor just got fucking Exodia obliterated. Heard the Emperor played Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah! It was weird. Oh my god. I remember there was a big theory that they should let Big E die. Yeah! Turns out, no. Don't let him die. It will get worse. Because the Emperor already doesn't give a shit. It's pretty much confirmed that a being known as the Emperor is doing stuff, like the god that is being formed from the 10,000 years of belief from humanity. And it's only gotten stronger thanks to the Psychic Awakening. But, yeah, don't let the asshole on the throne die. It will not end well. So we really need to get him back to reset. The problem is, he can't leave the throne, period. If the Emperor dies, Terra goes with him. My hair's a fucking mess. I spent the day helping clean a friend's house, because they were moving out. So, like, the problem is that, like, even if the Emperor is brought back to life, there's no one to take his place on the Golden Throne. Because, guess what? The Golden Throne is the only thing stopping a warp portal from opening it up and eating Terra. Do you think they'll nuke Terra eventually? If they ever want to reset Warhammer 40k, they can do a thing where, like, the Astronomicon being absorbed by the warp literally resets everyone to 0. They can just do that. If they ever wanted to do that, they could. There's an easy out to rebooting 40k. Would it go over well? It depends. It always depends. Like, AOS rebooted, and so many people were angry that it did, but now look at AOS. It's doing perfectly fine. Do you think they'll eventually write themselves into a corner and need such a reset? No, I don't think they will. 40k is very good about having a status quo and acting like DC Comics. The problem is with DC Comics is that they want that continuity. They want there to be a established lore for every character and everything, and it's just like each event kind of fucks someone over. And then, like, it just kind of spirals on from there. Like with Hawkman and Hawkwoman. Just an endless cavalcade of fuck-ups left and right. And then 40k is the universe that goes, what's continuity? And then stares blankly at you as you try to explain it to it. And then says, here's my Rogel Dorn tank. It's always just been there. Why are you getting mad? It's a game of plastic toy soldiers. Starter army other than Ultramarines? Oh, so... okay, just because they put Ultramarines on the box does not mean those models in there are Ultramarines. You do not have to play Ultramarines. You can play whatever chapter you want. All Space Marines now just take from the Primaris. So you do not have to play Ultramarines. You can play whatever chapter you want. You can play one of the other first founding chapters, or you can play one of the many second founding sub-chapters, or you can make your own. You literally do not have to build and paint your guys to be Ultramarines. If you're asking a better starter army than Ultramarines, Necrons are a very good starter army as well. They're a very good beginner army. They're very simple to understand and play. What day do a Warrant Heaven book series? I don't know. But yeah, the armies that I recommend for beginners are... Not burps, excuse me. Space Marines, Necrons, Sisters of Battle, and Chaos Space Marines. Those are the armies that I recommend to beginners. I wonder if there'll be Primaris Grey Knights. I doubt it. But yeah, 40K's continuity is... Was it in the Horus Heresy? And do I give a fuck? One of those two. Horus Heresy set up Primaris Marines, along with a lot of future plot points. Like, Arcs of Omen was all of the plot points that were being set up by the Dark Angels books within Horus Heresy. The problem is that you gotta read the Dark Angels books, and they are incredibly boring. Because it's just a lot of fucking, it's just a lot of fucking, should we do something? We should do something! Should we do something? And then Lionel being angsty in the corner. And not understanding social cues. And then jumping back to Caliban, where it is, we should do something! And then they do something and it makes it worse. All because Luther is a jealous bitch. Yeah, but new minis, though. No, definitely. The Grey Knights need new minis. I don't think they need Primaris. I think they just need, like, model kits that are not fucking reprinting themselves. Because the Grey Knights have 3 units for the regular strike team that make up Purifiers, Strike Squads, and fucking, God, what are they called? Like, their heavy unit. They all just use the regular Grey Knights box. And then Terminators. What's the difference between Paladins and Terminators? Nothing. They're the same. They need differentiation. They need a new kit. Do you paint them put together or the other way around? However you want to do it, that's how you do it. It is easier to paint them unpainted because then you can get into everywhere. But my argument is that, like, you're not seeing every last itty bit of detail, so don't stress yourself. They have a little shield on their shoulder. Oh, good for them! They got a little shield. No one cares. They look like Terminators. That's the problem at the end of the day. They're Terminators. What the fuck? Don't forget the baby carrier. We never forget the baby carrier in this house. Okay, so I'm torn. What the hell do I give this? What the hell do I give this other support squad for Horus Heresy? I know, like, their sergeant should have a power fist because I'm gonna give them a power fist. But one squad has plasma guns. I'm out of plasma guns now because these stupid boxes only come with 10 guns each. So, like, we got Volkite, like both different kinds of Volkite, the far-ranged one and the assault one. Flamethrowers, which are terrible in Horus Heresy, rotor cannons, and meltaguns. I ever played Necromunda? I have played Necromunda. I think Necromunda is really fun. I played Escher, I played Chaos Cult, and I played Palatine Enforcers. Yes. Meltaguns. Everybody's saying Meltaguns. My wife said Meltaguns. My brother said Meltaguns. Aramis is saying Meltaguns. Alright, I guess I'm biting the bullet and doing Meltaguns. Custodians managed to nicely separate themselves from me and just Astartes plus Grey Knights 8. Yeah, they did. They did do that. I feel like I'm going crazy. Whenever I try to put together minis, I feel like I'm going crazy and I end up giving up. My brain's just like, so for my vacation, I literally just turned off my brain. I didn't want to decide anything. I didn't want to, like, think about what we were doing. I just wanted to, like, do what the group did and move on with my life. And then I had to do, like, a hard restart when I got home. And I didn't take my ADHD meds. Because I'm like, oh, I'm also going to help my friend clean her house, so I should also be, like, ready on a moment's notice to do anything that they need me to do. So, like, I got my brain all ready to go for that, and then... Yeah, no, it's weird being off... It's weird. Meltaguns for the anti-ability. I mean, yeah, fair. The Melta ability in Horus Heresy is much better than it is in 40k. That's because like, they have two different rules. How am I doing today? I'm doing okay. Had a very productive day. Though I'm just on the lookout in case Chudhammer decides to raid me. And then do as they always do and be weird and be freaks. Because I don't like it when I call them out and show their shit. Case in point, some weirdo came into my comments and was trying to dodge and make it about something else, and I'm like, are you gonna stay on topic, or are you just gonna bitch and whine about females in power armor again? And he's just like, well, you didn't talk about Wokehammer. I'm like, Wokehammer doesn't send that shit that Chudhammer does. Bye, weirdo. Yeah, my hands feel like fucking jelly because of that fucking Tesla. Oh my god. Ah! I'm getting ready to work on my Stormcast Eternals. Good for you. Good for you. Being nice to each other used to be so easy. It used to be. And I am nice to people when they are nice back. I am neutral to people when they are neutral to me. And I do not tolerate fucking bullshit. If someone's going to piss themselves and be weird, I'm going to tell them to fuck off. We do not humor stupidity, and we do not humor bullshit. Can I give you a hand? Yeah, threw out plenty of fucking weirdos. And I can tell you right now, the silence is wonderful. It would be cute if you made them like bee space marines. Nah, these guys are going to my Ultramarines 58th Armored. Thinking about the challenge of giving them Shorzy-style comebacks. Dude, just call them weird. They got nothing in response. All they'll do is just call you an R... They'll just say the R word, and then just, like, have a fucking fit in the comments. Just kind of proving your point that they're weird. That's all they can do. My Space Marines are bee-themed. Aw, that's cool. Yeah, like, that's all they can do. You call them weird, they have a freak out in your comments, you then block them because they're spamming your comments and being weird, and then you move on with your life. And then the next one that comes, you repeat process. Because they're fucking weird. Also, something interesting I learned for Horus Heresy. A fun little interesting fact. Little factoid. The sergeant of a Space Marine squad. The sergeant. They still carry their bolter or special weapon. If you give them Lightning Claw, or like any other power weapon or something, and a pistol, they still have their rifle. So like, if you think you don't have 20 shots, you're wrong. You do have 20 shots. If your entire squad is bolters or rapid fire, so on and so forth. You always have those extra shots. Unless the equipment list says the sergeant replaces their bolter or special weapon with the following, they do not replace that weapon. They will still have their special weapon or bolter. Also, something else that I learned at Horus during my tournament, and I'm probably going to sound like a dumbass for this one because it's like so obvious, but during your shooting phase, you can fire everything. Not pick one, like in melee combat. You can fire all of your shots. So, like, for Magnus the Red, he can fire all of his, he can fire one psychic power, and then he can fire another. Space Marines, you can fire your bolt guns and your bolt pistols if you're in range. Yeah, so if you feel... So, that adds so much to your turn. That adds so much to your turn. So, if you feel like you're out of shooting, you're probably not. Give your units another look over and see what guns they come equipped with. Or psychic powers. Because if your librarian has a Stormbolter and a Smite, use both. You can. Add on that little bit of extra damage. It can always go a long way. I need to make schemes for my Seraphim, Tau, and a couple other armies. Okay, let me give you guys some helpful tips when it comes to creating your own color scheme. Look around at color schemes that are on like Halo or any other game that allows you to fuck around with colors of your units. Play with those, and then just kind of play with those colors. See which colors match, and learning color theory also really helps. And color theory is not that hard to learn. Color theory is basically what colors blend into each other and what colors stand out with each other. So like, two colors will have complements and they'll have contrasts. So blue and orange, they complement each other because blue helps orange pop and vice versa. Same with red and green. They help each other pop. And then other colors can complement, like, just mix in together. So, like, how do I put this? Basic art. Yeah, no, the basics can go a long way to teach you advanced shit. Like, Ultramarines, yeah, they're blue, but then it's all the details around them. All their colors are supposed to help. The blue makes everything else pop. The gold is a good color on the Ultramarines. White is a good color on the Ultramarines. Red is a very popping color off of blue. Same with orange. It helps give that contrast what you're looking at. And do not be afraid to experiment. Experimenting is part of the process. It would help if I did art class. You don't even need to do art class. Just look up color theory. It's a quick thing to learn. Same with the Red Up Blood Angels. Exactly. Like, Ultramarines, Blood Angels, deceptively easy to paint. Because it's just like blue and red. But then there's the details. Blood Angels are not just red. They're black. They have a black trim. Oop. Gonna hurt myself there. The color wheel is a handy thing to have. And learning how to use tone is good. Oh, yeah. Color tones are great. And if I didn't have minor color blindness. Ah, fuck. Yeah, no, that shit sucks. Sorry, mate. Don't know how to help with that one. Aside from get glasses that help, but those things are... You thought 40K was expensive? Huh. Huh. That shit's even more expensive. Oh, is this music from Coffee Talk? No, just chilling vibes and relaxing gaming music for 3 hours. Just, you know, avoiding those copyright strikes wherever you can. Thousand Sun TT Army with Custodes. Oh, nice. Sorry for the nerfs. They were a little bit broken back in 9th edition. Turn 1 charges are fucking horrible. And you think they'd learn with Genestealer cults, but they don't. They never learn. It's always pain. True, but I'm addicted to gold nonetheless. Yeah, no, like Custodes. Custodes are a very simple army to paint in the grand scheme of things. It's just main color gold. Pick a secondary, go from there. And then there's just like the little details that you need to remember, which is just like blues or reds. Gold's a very easy color to work with. Speaking of, I'm gonna have to message Li-Fry here soon enough and ask him to make more thumbnails. I don't want to go to bed. Here's the thing, Queen. You don't have to if you don't want to, but you're gonna be miserable in the morning. Yeah. Yeah, you should probably go to bed. Appreciate you coming out. Well, I painted Trajan as my first mini, and it was then I learned that you do not prime in 98 heat. Do not prime in, like, extremely hot or cold conditions. Find a temperate climate, and then wait. Do not ever prime when it's either too hot or too cold. Your primer will fuck up. And it's bad. Bad day for you. My prime became bubbly. Yes, it did! And we learned not to do that ever again, did we? Yeah, no, as soon as I'm done with these support Marines, I'm going to go and prime all of them. And then everything will be primed for the winter. And then the winter is just going to be me painting. Because I have nothing to do. So I'll just be spending my time painting every one of my models, getting them ready for, like, new paint schemes and such. Thousand Suns are being repainted into Blood Ravens colors. Ultramarines 58th Company, they're going to be my blue, and whatever fuck else I give them for, like, squad denotion. Sisters of Battle will also be painted slowly. Basically, like, how I'm planning to do it is that I'm going to do work on video done, day to decompress, and just paint. Next, repeat process. Yeah, we got another sergeant here. Woo! Yeah. Loving that. There you go. Those are some colors. Fair. Yeah. No, Phoenix is like, yeah, no, you're not buying new models till you paint everything, and I'm like, but I need more Horus Heresy. Because I'm just running the same Dreadnought list over and over for Ultramarines. I need variety! I plan to get, like, 2 more Mark III packs, along with, like, heavy weapons and special weapons. And then get 2 more Predator tanks and 1 more Leviathan, and then my Ultramarines Armored Company is done. Get fedoras. No. Do I look like I'm a lady kind of person? I just have 2 armies to decide on. Lucky you! I'm God, I am obsessed with 40k. I mean, for parry SM. What's your stance on trains? I have a friend who loves trains and will go on tirades and then say, do you like this kind of train or this kind of train? Wrong answer, you like this kind of train. And I'm like, what? Miss you, Farva. You're a good lad. I miss you. Love my boy Farva. Farva, we must summon him. He's with Emerald. Leave him be. He's with his girlfriend. Leave him be. We don't want to incur the wrath of an Emerald. We don't want to incur her wrath. Leave her be. Fair. I'll have 409 minis for 6 armies and only 25 are painted. Don't remind me! Emerald scares us. Emerald does scare us. But she's also a very wonderful person, a very lovely individual. And someone who I cherish very deeply in my life. And even though they can't be there every day, I know they're there. Hi, Emerald. Appreciate you. Also appreciate you, Farva. Mwah. Give my Necron boy some love. What's my favorite Warhammer book series? Oh, fuck. Ah, fuck. Why you do this to me? Why you make me pick from my babies? Son of a bitch. Ahriman. The Ahriman book series. Love me some Ahriman. Ahriman is my favorite character. He is my favorite boy. I love him very much. He is a fun lad. A good lad. I've been trying to find time to put models together, but so much stuff is going on. Oh, yeah. Okay, got your Twitch. Hey! Welcome to the Twitch. Yeah, TikTok, please. Go subscribe to my YouTube and my Twitch. If you can. Your support always helps. If you could redeem a Chaos Primarch right now, who would it be? Ah, oh, fuck. Which one of these ungrateful fucks deserves it? Ah, fuck! Okay, there's Lorgar left, there's Perturabo, Magnus, Mortarion, Angron, Fulgrim. I know there's a 7th. Why am I forgetting the 7th one? Lorgar, Perturabo, Magnus, Angron, Mortarion, Fulgrim. Why am I forgetting one of the Traitor Legions? There's 7 Demon Primarchs and 7 Loyalists. I have 6 in my head. Oh, Alvaris Omegon. God, if I had to redeem one. They're all dicks, that's the problem. I mean, it's heavily implied that Mortarion can be redeemed because he actually hates what's going on with him. And there was, like, the doubt in his brain that, like, this is, this was wrong. And he does regret it. And he kind of learned, like, yeah, no, revenge is kind of a moot point. Because he's a slave either way. I doubt he could be redeemed. He was told he could be. The Emperor, the Chaos Emperor, the Emperor that's forming in the Warp, possessed Guilliman and said, no, you can be redeemed, you just need to wait. I have a plan in motion. You just need to wait. What's all y'all stance on Abaddon? I like Abby. I like Abaddon. Everyone's like, Failbadon the Armless, or Failbadon the Harmless. Nah, bitch, I like Abaddon. I think he's pretty cool. I think he's pretty fun. It's a theory that the Emperor could co-op all of Chaos, but I doubt it. They do be petty. They do be. But yeah, no. Chaos Primarch that I think is redeemable is Mortarion. Because, like, unlike Angron, Magnus, and Fulgrim's Ascensions, his was unwilling. Like, he was forced to do it to survive. And yeah, like, it makes him the ultimate hypocrite. But you can always redeem yourself from hypocrisy. Do I think 40k needs a redemption storyline? We've had a few, but like... Primarchs are just not interesting as characters to begin with, except unless it's like Guilliman. And Gulliman's only interesting because he's the man out of time. He ain't getting those shards back, I can tell you that much. He, like, his last shards on Titan, he's not getting that back. Poor fucker is fucked on that front for the rest of his life. Malgador saw to that. Oop, shit. Thank you, Pat Lank. You saved my life. Slightly heretical. Which Loyalist Primarch do you think is the next to return? I basically think Korvax in his weird, slightly heretical form. I think the next one is either going to be Jagatai Khan or Leman Russ. It's most likely going to be Leman. Because, like, Space Wolves. They're going to bring back the main, like, the Codex Primarchs, like, the other Codex Primarchs first. Plus, it would give them the excuse to reprint all of the Space Wolf kits if they bring back Leman Russ. And I know a lot of people are be like, but if they reprint them, it's going to invalidate so many kits. Yep. And a lot of those Space Wolf kits are fucking horrible. They need to be redone. I think Primaris Wolf Riders are in the... I think Primaris Wolf Riders would be fun and interesting. But then you're just getting rid of more Firstborn. Yeah, they've been doing that for a while. Your point? If you man out of time them all, that's just be a therapy circle. Oh my god, welcome to Man Out of Time Anonymous. You gotta admit, the Mental Ragnar, the old Metal Ragnar Blackmane looks sick as hell. Ah, fuck, I have to look this up now. Which one? The stunty looking one? God, I think it looks bad. Like, it screams 90s. It very much does scream 90s. But, like, God, did a lot of models back in the day look awful. I just don't like the 90s aesthetic that much. I can appreciate it, though. Even though I was born before the 90s. I was born in 98, so... Sad Warhammer bar noises. Aww. Don't do that. Don't be like that. Meltagun. He's so small. Sorry, I was born in the 2000s. Oof. Yeah, Meltagun. Woo. Fun times. It's got a comms backpack and everything. Let's fucking go. But yeah, after the Halo 4 video, I think we'll be working on the Space Marine 2 video. Fuck, I'm gonna have to record a lot of footage for that. Oh my god. Or can I get away with just like streaming? Can I just get away with like using my stream footage? No, because then I have my face in there. And it's just. Yeah. Plus, I don't know how that's gonna do on performance issues because that game is fucking beautiful. Thoughts for later. Yeah, we're gonna go for like another 4 minutes, and then we're gonna call it for there. Because, like, yeah, we're back. And then we'll be doing, like, some more Darktide on Wednesday. Yay, Melta. Yes, Melta. Do you reckon Kaifus Kane should get an actual model just for the money appeal reasons? He did have a model. It was an award for Golden Demon, but he did have a model. It was limited edition. Let's turn off cam 2 there. Turn that off. Oh, ask, because you mentioned Jurgen's fave gun. The Meltagun? Yeah. So yeah, this was another reason why, before we leave, this is a reason why I called out Chud Hammer again. If it doesn't have a model, it's not canon to them. So, by that logic, any character that doesn't have a model is not canon. And then they got mad at me because I pointed out that's what they said, and they're like, that's not what we said. You know Twitter has a search bar, right? You know Twitter has a Warhammer 40k hashtag, right? You know anyone with a brain can find this, right? I know that you guys are too busy choking on your cum fume spilling out PCs, but come the fuck on. Act like people have eyes, please. Starting an Orc army, any tips? Boys, get yourself lots and lots of boys. You're gonna need them. How are you tonight? I'm alright. We're gonna be ending stream here right away because, like, I had a vacation, so I need to get used to streaming again. Oh, thank you for the rose. Judhammer genuinely does my head in. I'm from the city. Warhammer was invented and they have sullied it. They have not sullied shit. They're just piss babies. Got a boys box and a combat patrol box. That's a good start. That's a good start. Yeah, you gotta remember, Chudhammer, they only stay on the internet because they know if they go anywhere, they're gonna swiftly get kicked the fuck out, unless it's a friendly space to their bullshit, and those spaces are drying up, because guess what? People don't want to spend their money at fucking places that make them feel like shit. And listening to constant bitching. Surprise! It's bad for business to have horrible people be in your store. A lot of people are learning to fuck around and find out. You ever been to Warhammer World Tourney? Sadly, I cannot get across that big pond. I am Canadian. I am sorry. I would love to go to a Warhammer, like, massive tournament. Even if I get my shit rocked on every table, lose every game, I don't care. I'm there to have fun. I'm there to see everything and just have a good old fucking time. That's what I want. You are a part of the best of the Commonwealth. We love Canadians. I know you guys do. My brother visited you guys a long time ago. But yeah, that's it for the stream tonight. We will be back Wednesday with more Darktide. I'll try to see what we can scrape together to play with that. So yeah, you all have a fantastic night. Please remember that Warhammer 40k is for everyone, and that everyone is welcome to play, so long as they are not an asshole. But yeah, you all have a fantastic night, and remember that you are loved, you are wanted, and that just be welcoming and caring to everybody that wants to join into your hobby. So, you all have a fantastic night, and take care. Good night, everybody.